Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about articling and what is articling and how is it important. How is it an important process for you to do in order to become a lawyer in Canada? So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bonnie and I'm a lawyer licensed in Alberta and Ontario. For those of you who are visiting us again, thank you so much for subscribing and being with us on our channel. So let's talk about what is articling. Articling is basically a legal training procedure set out by the law societies done after either graduating law school or being NCA qualified. It provides practical training of being a lawyer and practicing in courts or maybe as in-house counsel, but basically provides the law student who is set out to give the bar exam some practical knowledge. It is definitely a mandatory process given by the law societies, and everybody has to do it in order to clear the bar. But in few cases, you can apply for an articling exemption, like in case if you have practiced abroad or if you have practiced in a certain different province before and you're applying to be in a different province as a practicing lawyer, they do give you certain exemptions, which definitely depends on the law society you are applying from. So let's talk about the duration. The duration is basically approximately 1 year. Different law societies have set out different rules for articling timelines, but practically, and most of the law society have it for 12 months, unless or until you get a certain amount of exemption for complete articling not to be done, or a few months off because you've been practicing elsewhere. Ideally, you have to find a mentor who would act as a principal. And they would teach you the practice areas which they are doing and keep you in their office and teach you day-to-day practical knowledge of what is happening as a lawyer. You basically start practicing like a lawyer, but you have to be under the supervision of a mentor, which is really nice because you get that practical experience, but yet you're really, you're in that learning phase of those 12 months or whatever period you're doing your articling from with the mentor. And they teach you whatever processes are required, like for example, court or notary or how to do filing and etc. and all that stuff. The basic purpose of articling is to get us law students in the practical world, so we make less mistakes when we're an actual lawyer. It acts like a professional development course or a professional development time. In duration of the articling, it depends on what arrangement you have with your principal. You could also give your bar examinations or CPLED in case of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and those provinces. So it totally acts as if you're doing law school, but in the practical world. Now, a lot of people ask me if articling is supposed to be paid or not. That totally depends on your arrangement with your principal and if the principal is willing to provide you with some sort of resources or a certain amount of pay. That is totally dependent on you and the principal's arrangement. It is not necessary. A lot of people do unpaid articling as well, but yet a lot of places do give paid articling as well. Articling are of different natures. You can always do articling with a person who does niche practice versus a general practitioner versus even companies. Some companies offer or bigger firms offer articling processes as well. I would say keep your lookout for articling when you're doing your NCAs or maybe when you're in your final year of law school. That gives you a little more time to apply, and mostly the government articling positions, they are let out a year before. So if you're looking to apply for 2025, I'm pretty sure if you go online and you go on the government websites or the justice websites, you would find those positions over there now for 2025 and 2026. Bigger firms like Dentons also do it a year before. They also do it for their summer students as well. I think they give them opportunities as well. So definitely this is something to keep in mind if you are going through the NCAs or in your final year of law school. And then it's always good to go back to somewhere where you did summer school as well, because you kind of know what you're getting into. And I think in that case, it's also easier to get paid because they know how you work and how everything is done. So like I said before, every law society has a different method and a different way to enroll. I'm going to leave a list of the law societies and their links in the description box for you to check it out. Some of them do have it mentioned on their website of what are their enrolling or details about articling and how to go about it, so you can check that out. And otherwise, once you become NCA qualified, I think they also ask you to tick box a few law societies where you're planning to send your NCA qualification to and where you plan to article. So it's always good, like even if you're just done with everything, just let the law society where you're planning to stay, like whichever province you're planning to stay, know that you're looking for articling, because a lot of law societies also help you find articling places or firms. And they're quite helpful when it comes to such things. So definitely check out their websites. I'm going to leave it in the description box below.